And we thank you for joining us here tonight, everybody.
It's scheduled for one fall, and is
for the Raw before No Way Out
United States Championship.
And we are kicking off our show here tonight with the arrogant, the cocky, the self-proclaimed humble Logan Paul, as he is set to take on Carmelo Hayes here tonight for the United States Championship. And thank you for joining us here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, I am your amazing announcer, itsspewt, here in a pretty great, been a busy couple of weeks here, but I know next Saturday we've got No Way Out, which will be consisting of 2 Elimination Chamber matches. And then, of course, that we will run over the card later here in a couple of minutes. But Logan Paul, we have been now keeping track of our win-loss records here in Spirit Pro Wrestling. And we know currently Logan Paul has faced 2 losses currently this year. And tonight he is looking to get his only victory so far by defeating Carmelo Hayes. You put Melo's name in the discussion, he is always the highlight of the night. Carmelo Hayes currently as well, having 2 matches so far throughout 2026. He is looking to ride into WrestleMania with momentum as United States Champion. We know Damian Priest vacated his Intercontinental title, his mid-card title, to get that world title shot, and Carmelo is very aware that he can cash in for an opportunity at the world title. He could insert himself into the Elimination Chamber, but he didn't want to do that. He wanted to really elevate the division, and he really wanted to pretty much prove to everybody that he is one of the greatest United States champions in history. And I mean, I don't blame him now. Carmelo Hayes now has officially broken the record for the longest reigning champion, the U.S.
From
champion.
Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in at 205 pounds, Logan Paul. And his opponent, from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 210 pounds, the WWE United States Champion, Carmelo Hayes.
Like I was mentioning, Carmelo Hayes now officially holds the record as the longest reigning United States champion in history at a current 268 days and counting, beating Dolph Ziggler's previous record of 252 days. But tonight, Logan Paul is looking to possibly, if he wins the championship tonight, surpass Carmelo Hayes' title record. As we are set to square off and go underway here, the bell rings, the matchup starts, and immediately Logan Paul, using those strikes, those kicks to his advantage. He knows he is very agile on his feet. And what I was mentioning earlier about the card for tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but Saturday night next week, we have got a pretty packed final pay-per-view before WrestleMania VI emanating from Las Vegas. We know that the world title will be on the line as Finn Balor set to defend against AJ Styles, Andrade, Axiom, Lexis King, and Santos Escobar. Speaking of Lexis King, he said he was going to come out here tonight so that he could show support to his best friend Logan Paul, as he likes to say. I think Logan has already made too many damn friends around here that he can't keep, but I guess Lexis King was one of the ones that decided to stick around. But Lexis King, he's got a big matchup that's coming up next week, and he is looking to increase Logan Paul's confidence, not that he needs any more of it, to to win the United States title, but Carmelo Hayes went for that frog splash there, and Logan Paul countered. Now just continuing to stay on the attack and with the stiff punch. Logan Paul and Carmelo Hayes duking it out here tonight. Would we possibly see a new champion heading into WrestleMania? And speaking of WrestleMania, we are going to decide next Saturday who will be facing the Women's World Champion. Who's going to be facing either Charlotte or Becky. We'll get to that here in a second, but we know the women's lineup is Rhea Ripley, the new United States champion, Tiffany Stratton, Asuka, Bayley, who had just recently lost her women's world title, is now looking to get back into the hunt, Lyra Valkyria, and Shayna Baszler. There are some women in here who have some history with each other in the past, but only one of them is going to be able to walk out as the women's world champion challenger to face Charlotte or Becky, which brings me up to my next matchup. Of course, the women's world title will be on the line. Charlotte will defend against Becky Lynch. We know they had history between each other in the past. I mean, they go as back as Charlotte and Bayley do, and Becky looking to avenge Bayley's loss and pretty much wanting to put Charlotte down on the dirt. Say, you took my friend's WrestleMania opportunity, well, I'm going to take that away from you. And then, of course, the women's tag team titles will be on the line as the after party's Katana Chance, and oh my god, I looked away from the action for a split second. Carmelo Hayes really in acrobatics, and I guess I just mistook there. A bit of a miscalculation there from Mello. But as I was going through the card, it's Katana Chance and Kaden Carter set to defend their women's tag team titles against the newly formed duo of Dakota Kai and Raquel Rodriguez. And then we've got the grudge match, Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. We know those two have a lot of history between each other, but they are going to settle the score Saturday night. And then also as well, Sami Zayn facing off against Drew McIntyre. We know that there has been a lot of tension with these two, even dating back as last year's WrestleMania as well. But Saturday night next week, they are going to put it to the dirt. Carmelo goes for the cover here. Is this it? Can he pin Logan Paul? And a kick out though by the Maverick. Nexus King just supporting him on, is trying to cause at least some distraction as well onto Carmelo Hayes' end here. Carmelo, nice reversal there, went for that attack, and he can manage to hit nothing but net. He can also manage to win this matchup, but that also begs the question, Carmelo Hayes, I mean, his main goal is to walk into WrestleMania as United States champion. Logan Paul could very much put that dream away for him. My God, what a stiff clothesline, though, by the Maverick into the cover. Is this it? Can he finish him off, though, in a kick out by Carmelo Hayes? We know last year Carmelo was involved in the finals of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic when he was teamed with Ricochet to take on the Creed brothers. We know the Creeds are also going to be involved in the Dusty Classic this year. And then speaking of Dusty Classic, immediately a week after No Way Out, we will continue. We will begin the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Tournament to decide who's going to take on the Viking Raiders at WrestleMania. Going for the cover, though. Is this sick? Can he put him away? And a kick out by Carmelo Hayes. It's just, I mean, it's a lot going on right now in this month. I'm not even going to lie to you. We already know the set main event for WrestleMania is Finn Balor and Braun Breaker, but that could ultimately change depending on the outcome of the men's Elimination Chamber match. And then as well, we know that the Intercontinental Championship will be defended in a ladder match between 6 competitors. We are going to keep the tradition, 3rd year in a row that we will do so. This time, the competitors will be under careful consideration throughout the month. Logan Paul, though, maybe if he impresses the general managers enough, he could even punch his ticket to WrestleMania into the Intercontinental Championship ladder match. Maybe he could even walk in as United States champion. You never know. Now Carmelo looks to already set him up here for nothing but... went for that splash there. And the referee got taken out in the process. And Lexus King, he's just contemplating of whether he should even get involved in this. And Carmelo Hayes with a low blow onto Logan. He said, you know what? You can play dirty. I can do the same thing too. Carmelo knows how to get in his bag whenever he needs to. And as I was going through the WrestleMania card, I apologize about that. We know that Randy Orton and Damian Priest are going to have an absolute block match, but Carmelo Hayes, though, manages to plant him. Is this it? Into the cover. Logan Paul's WrestleMania goal. He's going to be down, but instead he manages to kick out. So I was saying about Orton and Priest, they will have their grudge match at WrestleMania. However, in this case, it is an I Quit match. Where if Randy Orton says those other words, he must retire from in-ring competition and professional wrestling entirely. It is a very, very big pressure. It is going to be a very intense, incredible, emotional night at WrestleMania, the 24th and the 25th of April. And Carmelo Hayes, he's doing everything he can so that he can make it to the grandest stage of them all. Goes for the elbow drop and he plants Logan down. Goes for the cover. Is this it? Can he finish him off? Lexus King is just trying to preach to the crowd and Logan Paul kicks out again. If you are Carmelo Hayes, what can you really do in this instance to put Logan away right now? He's going to crank the neck here to bring him down as much as possible. He knows a lot of Logan's arsenal is going above the air. And Carmelo Hayes goes for that clothesline in the corner. And now he sets up here for the top rope. Logan Paul doesn't realize where he's at. But Melo does not miss. Cover into the cover. Carmelo Hayes is going to retain here tonight. What a title defense from the Standard of Raw, Carmelo Hayes.
WWE United States Champion, Carmelo Hayes.
Well, thank you for joining us here, everybody. We are very much excited for next Saturday at No Way Out. Carmelo Hayes' successful championship defense once again. And oh my goodness gracious, the former WWE champion Gunther is back. The longest reigning world champion, the man who went on such a dominant run with that championship. We have not seen Gunther since August of last year at SummerSlam, when he lost to Finn Balor. And he has immediately set his target on Carmelo Hayes. And he wants a shot. He wants to put Carmelo down and take the United States title.